This is Robert Mardlacci of the MindShare Learning Report, Canada's learning and technology e-magazine. And welcome to this week in Canadian EdTech sneak peek edition for the upcoming MindShare Learning Summit at Canadian EdTech Leadership Summit happening in Montreal, October 19th and 20th. I'm honored to have a MindShare Learning moment with Peter Balyta, who is the PhD from Texas Instruments, President, Worldwide Education Business, Corporate VP, University Research, and Corporate Citizenship. Peter, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Robert. Looking forward to the summit.
Absolutely. A little bit about Peter. He holds a PhD from McGill University, incidentally, where we will be hosting the summit. Peter, I'm so impressed with your credentials. You have an MBA from the University of Texas at Dallas, did a master's in mathematics at Concordia University. You are truly a lifelong learner.
Absolutely, yes. I love learning, and that hasn't stopped.
And speaking of which, we're so thrilled to have you as our lunchtime keynote at the summit and on October 20th. And you'll be speaking about engineering and the future through STEM education. Talk to me a little bit about how you grew into this, first of all, and what inspired you.
Oh, well, very simply, coming out of McGill University, I realized that I've always liked education, whether it's sports, but STEM. I got the STEM bug. Coming out of that, I was teaching middle school, high school. I was a school board consultant in Central Montreal. I just love the STEM. And so I also did a little bit of work with teacher professional learning. In Ontario, and after I guess a few years, they said, "Hey, you want to do this full time?" So I jumped in. Over the last, I guess, 20 plus years, I've pretty much
Amazing.
Yes, and what I really love, Robert, is working with teachers to help kids explore, visualize, better learning.
Amazing career trajectory. You no doubt have inspired many other education leaders to pursue their passion in the area of STEM. Talk to me about STEM coming of age.
Well, yes, that's actually one of the main focus for my keynote at the Canadian EdTech Summit next week. And so I don't want to give it all up.
No, you don't want to give it all away, but you can tease us a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So, at the summit, I'll talk about some key opportunities around STEM, and I'll specifically talk about the STEM. It's on fire. It's growing so much more than any other job, and so we'll be providing data for what it's like in the U.S. and Canada, and I'll talk about STEM earning, how kids could get much higher wages. So yes, we have a best in more students excited and wanting to participate, but it's also incredibly difficult. So I'll talk about the opportunity, and then yes, I'll also talk about some maintenance, and really in two big categories. One is, unfortunately, students are just not prepared for college. I'll talk about data. As you mentioned, I'm a math guy, so I'll be doing numbers to why college in the U.S. And then I'll talk about the problem of underrepresentation. I'll talk about significant concerns around gender, racial, sexual, and talk about the challenges in the U.S. Black population, and make parallels with a lot of what Canada is doing, First Nations and Peace and Inuit youth to inspire them to pursue STEM careers. And so that'll kind of be some of the main points I'll touch on. But Robert, the main highlight of my presentation, I think, will be one list. I'm going to share one list that condenses all of my thoughts around what we can and must do in future.
Fascinating. So talk to me a little bit about Texas Instruments TI's immersion in education. I remember vividly, like yesterday, holding that first real piece of technology in my hand, the TI calculator in high school back in the day. Perhaps you could talk a little closer to your mic as well. I was losing you a bit.
Sure. Obviously I'll be representing Texas Instruments next week, and the calculator is one part of who we are. But Texas Instruments is basically in the business of designing and selling semiconductors. And our innovations are at work in things that we use every single day, whether it's healthcare, connected cars, intelligent homes, obviously education, from cell phones to drones. And the cool thing is kids nowadays can program drones using the graphing calculator they already have in their record. And so I'll be talking about that a little bit. And obviously the business that I lead is 100% focused on education. So the products that we build are dedicated, are distraction-free and durable, built for the middle school, high school classrooms, and to help teachers teach those difficult to teach, difficult to learn concepts in math and science.
And how are we doing when it comes to adapting to STEM education? In Canada, they've implemented coding throughout the curriculum through K-12. Do we have a bit of ways to go, or are you happy with what you're seeing thus far? Is with regard to our transformation that's happening?
Robert, I'm happy that education leaders are now having the conversation. I think that is so extremely important. They're recognizing STEM skills are survival skills. They're survival skills for kids that are sitting in the classrooms today. We need them to be successful in their classrooms. We need them to be successful in college. And we need them to get solve some of those problems in the future. Am I happy about where we are today? No, I am not. STEM is still highly fragmented across the country. Canada, same thing in the U.S., very fragmented. And not all kids are being exposed to the type of STEM we need them to be exposed to. And more importantly, the type of thinking. So Robert, you mentioned coding, right? My message to leaders that are thinking about curriculum in their classroom is to really think about and focus on helping kids develop those key skills that come from STEM. Things like complex problem solving, analytical thinking and innovation, critical thinking, and then skills like resilience and ongoing lifetime learning. Those things are just so key, and a lot of that is taught through STEM. And so I think giving kids the passion to pursue STEM is number one. I wouldn't be too worried about what type of computer program are you going to teach in this particular semester, and more about making sure you teach them how to code in general, the importance of algorithmic thinking, efficiency of code, the mathematics as part of programming. Because if you're spending time wondering, should I teach in my school board, Python or C++, don't worry too much about it, because by the time your kids graduate, there'll be a new test computer programming. And so the kids need to have that passion to learn stuff, in this case programming. And when they get in the job hunt, the industry will teach them what they need. Or better yet, the kids will be able to learn it themselves. So don't be too focused on what specifics to teach, but instead it's that passion that because quite frankly, it requires work to excel in this. Kids need to want to be able to put the time in and energy to get a reward.
Absolutely. Oh, Peter, I love your passion. I love your inspiration that you're providing just on this podcast alone. If I was to do it again, I just might go into the STEM direction and follow in your footsteps. It's such an exciting opportunity to be a problem solver and make an impact on innovation and helping improve lives of people around the world, like as you do every day.
Oh, it's a lot of fun, and that's what our goal is to work with as many educators as we can in Canada and the U.S. around the world, and help them make sure that kids have the solid foundation that they need in math and science, so that they can pursue STEM. We want them to keep all doors open, and we're convinced if we do that in a way that's engaging and exciting for kids, that they will pursue STEM.
With that, Peter Balyta, thank you so much for your time this morning, bright and early from Texas. That was Peter Balyta, the president of Worldwide Education, Corporate VP, University Researching Corporate Citizenship at Texas Instruments. Our keynote lunchtime speaker, October 20th at McGill University's Faculty of Education. My name is Robert Merglacci of the MindShare Learning Report. Be sure to check out www.mindshare Learning to get your latest issue and learn more about how you can attend the EdTech Summit. It's not too late to register. And until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep the learning curve steep.